To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from NRG Stadium. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on the route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
3rd down, they need 7. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Collins got it left side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, here's Stroud. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
First give on the ground. It's Woody Marks. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throw here, 3rd down. Right side cut by Higgins. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
An 8-yard.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing him out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And you also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them. Go put a score on the board.
And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Complete to Troy Franklin. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First down. A gain of 30. First down, Denver.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On first and 10, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 18-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. It's inside the 10. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Texans to the line, first and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Strad to throw on first down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
5 still to go here. This is second down. They go play action with Stroud. Finds his fullback. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Broncos bringing out an extra DB on third down. Here he is on third and short. This connects with Higgins. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Well, right side, hauled in by Collins. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, Stroud. Here's a screen now for Chubb. He'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Second and 6.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. And once complete, it's Bryant outright. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Houston first.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. To the air, Stroud. Pass out quickly here to Kirk. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Nix from the gun. He brings it in. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
This is Ingram looking left side. And he gets it. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos break the tie here in the 1st.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Texans 7.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his 1st incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Stroud off of play action. Right back to Kirk, and he's got it again. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They get 38 out of the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. From the gun, Stroud. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Stroud's going to throw for it. Oh, this big guy is moving! He's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a first and goal.
First down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Marks. Touchdown! The Texans can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A give to Dobbins. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. It's a gain of 6. And a Broncos 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now here he goes on the boot. Brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field. Yeah,
this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Intended for Marvin Mims. Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Texans.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Stroud completes it quick. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still 1st down.
They've got a man in motion. Running it after the penalty. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. He'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Third down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long for him here. He's got it, complete to Collins. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Low left side, caught by Bryant. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Brought down by the corner pick 20th out of the University of Texas, John Day Barron.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 35-yard line.
2nd down now, they need 7. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And they come up big on 3rd down there with a sack.
Kate, to get a sack in a down and distance like that tells me that's one connected defense, a front and secondary that plays to one another, understands one another, and even in a 3rd and short situation could get home for a sack.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try and field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They run. Here's Dobbins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They're set up at the 35 now. To Dobbins on first. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Nix is hit. He lost that football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's positive. But that's the end of it, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they let first down stand since it worked out well for them. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
1st and 10.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans looking at 2nd and 1. Here's Stroud again. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to Nico Collins. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Broncos go with a dime look here on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Jump off caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. It connects down the sideline. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Finds Dobbins with the dump off. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the 2nd half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. On the return, here's Mims. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half.
28-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Nicks off the play action. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
The give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11, and that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels, and now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
All set now, 1st and 10. Won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. The Texans closing in, and they get to him. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
The Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. All spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now come the Texans on offense.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. This is reeled in downfield by Schultz. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
The Texans 1st down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. One of the tight ends in motion left. Pierce off the middle. On the move, past the 40. He dodged the tackle. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Finds his back, marks. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
On second down, marks. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Marks gets it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
This 3rd field goal of the game is a big one. They're all tied up now in the second half, and rather than playing from behind, Kate, this will be interesting. They can now focus on getting a stop and taking control of the flow of this game.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Good for a Broncos 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Broncos.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Nix. Brought in by his back. Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it or, in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Texans bring out an extra DB on this 3rd down. Here's Nix to throw. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
And the Broncos 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Denver.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll run on first down with Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 33. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
11 more yards.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Another Broncos first down. A gain of 12. And a Broncos first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Texans grab it. And no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They strike for 23 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Trust me, we really have no stake in the game up here in the booth. We don't root for anybody, but at times for great execution. And I'll speak for both of us here when I say this, Kate. You can't help but be amazed watching some of these runs. All the chaos on the field, all the massive humanity you've got to sort through to make a big play on the ground like we just watched.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
Shotgun now, first round. Complete to Chubb. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And this is taken ahead to the 42. Riley Moss with that tackle. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Texans set to punt. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. To throw, here's Nix. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. I'll air it out on 3rd. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 6.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It remains tied after 3, so we're going to have to decide things in our 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
This time it's a passing play. Complete to Mims. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Great-looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. From the left hash, this is from 47. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
Kickoff for the Broncos.
Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Texans take over.
Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense.
29-yard line.
And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself in the rhythm because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Now once complete, it's Bryant out right. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. 1st down throw by Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Now it's Stroud on the keeper. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Stroud. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one's incomplete over the middle.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him on the crossing route. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Broncos will have a first
A
down.
gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Broncos.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on first down.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Steps up, and he's running with it.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
The Texans are in the nickel, 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. This from 48 on the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop.
24-yard line.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Finding Collins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Stroud. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Their punter making his way out now. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Nix. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Nix off the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Finds Dobbins with the dump off. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Shoots away from one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Job running out of the gun. Pop on the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
I got him, on me.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
So out now comes the punter. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. They're trying to set the screen. Dobbins. And they get it done. Stop for a loss on 3rd down. That should get them the football back.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. Brought down before the return gets far. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Shotgun now, 1st round. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. That's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans down by only 3. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They kick the running back in motion. To throw. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook. But every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page. And that page, it was textbook.
Setting up to pass. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Complete to number 13, Christian Kirk. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play
line.
that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
32-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is second down. He'll look to throw it. They'll set up the screen here for Marks. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Houston calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Again, Stroud has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Throwing again, it's Stroud. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jonte Barron has it.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Brings up second and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Nix from the gun. Left side now caught by Sutton. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Nick's now to throw. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires. An entire game coming down to the leg of Will Lutz. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.